Adam in with entertainment right now. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So, you've raised 2 children, correct? 4 children. Other people.
Well, my wife has. I go to work at 2 in the morning. See ya.
How long did you let them have a soother?
Do you know what? I think eventually, Beth would be better to tell this. Eventually, they just gave it up, and it never really was a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, for some kids, it becomes a bit of a problem because they get attached to it, and years later, they're still using it. And what can happen is that I guess it can change the way your mouth develops if you have it.
It's very bad for your teeth, very bad for your gums. If you can get away without a soother ever, more power to you.
Right. Right, but that's hard to do. And David Beckham knows this. His daughter is 4 years old, and she was walking the street with a soother. So, of course, one of the British newspapers roasted him, posted an article saying, that he is endangering her dental health and her speaking, her ability to speak and develop speech patterns. And he posted an Instagram saying, listen, she was sick. I was trying to soothe her. Any parent knows that you'll do anything to just have your child calm down. And it's not something that we're going to get into. You have no right to slam my parenting.
Yeah, and I totally agree with him. Yeah, 4 years old is a little older, but you don't know all the circumstances surrounding it. And there's all sorts of books and experts on what you should do with your kids. For instance, don't bribe them with dessert, things like that. That lasts for in some cases for like a week.
Yeah.
When it comes to parenting, it's very subjective in a lot of cases. People who live in glass houses, essentially,
yes,
is what it becomes. So,
and for personal experience, the bribing with dessert works.
That's right.
Worked for me. Zac Efron, Dwayne Johnson, Baywatch movie. How excited are we for
What
this?
else do we need to say? Roll the tape.
On. Yeah. It'll be worth it just to have this theme song back. Amazing. So basically, Dwayne Johnson, you know him as The Rock. He tweeted yesterday that Zac Efron will be joining him for a Baywatch movie. Evidently, it's supposed to be like a buddy bro kind of film, and they're going to turn it on its head. It's going to be all about the guys, and kind of take the Magic Mike sort of stance that it's all about the guys and their sex appeal. When the original Baywatch was about the other way around, and I think a lot of people are very, very excited to see this because it's supposed to be very funny, very tongue-in-cheek, and very lighthearted.
Excuse me. Exactly, and I think that, pardon me, I guess maybe it's sort of like the Brady Bunch, the reboot of the Brady Bunch when they came back and they realized, wait a minute, we need to poke fun at ourselves.
Yeah.
Whereas Baywatch at the time was more like the Brady Bunch in its original day. It was considered a serious piece
drama.
Of well, Brady Bunch was a comedy, but still it was more like hey, there's nothing weird about this at all.
No.
Until they realized, okay, we need to poke fun at this. So I think when you get someone like The Rock involved, I think he realizes where it really stands.
Yeah, and what he doesn't often get credit for as an actor is his great comedic timing. He's got great timing, and so does Zac Efron, so this could be very funny.
Why am I hearing so many good things about The Rock? For so many years, he was put down, and just in the last little while, people have really come around to the talent this guy has.
I think it's because of the amount of work he's put behind it. When you look at the list of films that man has and how hard he's worked over the last 10, 15 years to get away from the WWE thing that he was kind of pegged as. He was put in that hole.
Yeah.
He's really put in the effort, and he's continued to put out great work, and he started kind of in bit roles and has grown his career. And it's amazing. And I think the more people that see you in movies, the more are able to change their opinions.
He's earned his stripes.
Lastly, I'm surprised it wasn't Kevin, but somebody flipped out over the Kardashians.
I've done it before. John Brown is just following my lead.
That's right. He's from Good Morning Orlando, and watch this.
I refuse to talk about the Kardashians today. You are on your own, Amy. I can't do it. I've had enough Kardashians. I can't take any more Kardashians. Okay. I'm sick of this family.
But do you think
I can't take it anymore.
Is there something psychological behind this?
It's a non-story. It's a non-story. We're talking about this family every freaking day on this show. Nobody cares about this family anymore. I've had enough. It's Friday. I want to have a good Friday. I don't want to talk about the Kardashians.
So, Adam, will you please explain to the folks what the story was?
Okay, so the story was that one of the Jenner sisters, the younger two, got a rabbit, and it was gray. and it had a name. She named the rabbit. And I can't even remember the name of the rabbit. That is
Anything else?
no, there's nothing else.
Anything else at all? Like, that was the story. That was
the story.
it.
Oh yeah, the story. The rabbit's name was Bruce.
Yeah, there you go.
No
and
story.
that's the story.
That's not a story.
Yeah.
No, that's a thing that happened, but it's not a story.
We reached out to John actually this morning.
Really?
We were going to Skype with him. He wanted to. Unfortunately, his bosses at Fox said, "Well, we don't want that kind of advertising." No, you know what? Right on, John. Way to go. More power to you. I kind of glaze over when I hear a Kardashian story, and again, I time after time after time try and research why are the Kardashians famous. Their dad was one of O.J. Simpson's lawyers.
Yep. I don't know either. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So we try to avoid them as much as possible, just for you, Kevin.
Is it possible? Is it possible we could take a stand right now and never put a Kardashian story on again?
No. It is not
possible? Marilee, no.
My producer Marilee's all about it, but there's no way.
Can we do this?
Ever again, ever.
Marilee, the producer says yes.
Because that includes Kanye West, too. He's part of the family.
No. Kanye West has a talent and has actual
talent. Yeah, he's got a career.
A reason for being famous.
Okay, so if we can include Kanye.
We can still include Kanye. All right? Now,
give it a week.
We can include Caitlyn because she helped to forward something that was very important that we get out into the public limelight. Other than that, there may be some caveats I'd make up along the way, but I forbid you. Oh. Now, I can't do anything at 8:15 entertainment, but here, I forbid you from ever mentioning the Kardashians ever again at this time period.
Okay.
Forbid.
I'm gonna try.
I'm putting my foot down. Foot's coming down. Foot's down.
Terrified right now. We're gonna do our best, though.
Let's go to Jennifer out of the live. Hi, Jen.